Alright guys, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and germs, this is an album cover coming at you with another live cast from the High Five Invitational. This is the round. It's about 3. It's kind of hard to tell with the way the brackets are worked up, but this is going to be a game between Mr. who's playing random, and who actually got Zerg, and we're going to see Axle here at the bottom left in blue Zerg. Axle is a Zerg player, and Mr. Popo is, of course, like I said, playing random. His thanks, Popo. Mr. Popo, he prefers Terran. He's decent with Zerg, but he does not like Protoss. And I think if you've seen any of the other games played between, I'd say any of them that involve Mr. Popo from this tournament, you would be able to know that. So, yeah. We finally, I think, got past some technical difficulties. The first game, these guys tried to play it like this. Like I said, this is the first game of the series. Double extractor trick. Very nice play from Axle. I definitely was not expecting that. Anyway, the very first game they tried, there was a disconnect, so Axel ended up having to get a different internet connection. But we're very glad to see that he is here and he's going and he is ready. He's got his spawning pool up. Looks like a 12 pool. So this drone's kind of running around, and Mr. Popo's 13. I'm going to say 13 pool. And yep, there we go. So Mr. Popo does have a few, let's see, yep, 2 drone advantage, but Axel's got a faster spawning pool, so we'll see if Axel uses any of this extra time to do anything. He's going for his gas right here. I do know that Axel does like, he uses roaches very heavily, and Mr. Popo does still have the scout in here. So we can see what he's going to make of that, and because he will definitely still be able to see what things are going on when the spawning pool is going to get done, and things like that. Because the spawning pool did just finish, so did the extractor. Chasing after that drone, I'm not sure that was the best way to do it. Maybe he was just trying to select some drones for this extractor. Mr. Popo does have his extractor up as well. However, looks like he's got 3 drones on this extractor instead of, okay, spine crawler, going for the early defense before a queen. Okay, all right, so Axel does have 6 Zerglings out here on the field right now, and I think obviously Mr. Popo, when he threw this down, he saw that due to his drone still being in there. Now he's got 4 Zerglings of his own. Yeah, I think Mr. Popo is going to be able to hold this off quite well, all in all. And Mr. Popo falling back on the creep, but yeah, this spawning crawler just came out, and Popo getting his drones in there on the action, and he's actually got 2 spine crawlers. So look at the income, units lost. Yeah. So of course, Axel has lost those Zerglings, but it doesn't look like Mr. Popo has lost very much at all. Maybe a drone or 2. So Axel taking care of that Overlord there, but Mr. Popo still has this drone right here. So he's going to know when things are leaving the base unless Axel can do something about this. Mr. Popo does, I think, yeah, he's going for another pass around with this drone. So he's going to see this roach warren. He's going to see this second gas, this which could, with this morphing in the layer, it could mean mutalisks. It could mean a variety of different things. So we'll see how that goes. Units, yeah, Popo does have 6 Zergling. He doesn't have a queen on his way. I don't understand why he's got the minerals for it. He's going for a Baneley nest, so that's a lot of times. I've heard a lot of people say, Zerg versus Zerg is more like a science than anything else, and I think this drone is going to fall. It's more like a science, and if you see your opponent in Zerg versus Zerg going for a lot of Zerglings, which I think at this point, that is what Axel's doing. He does have one roach on the way, and he's got one roach on the field. But if you see your opponent going for a lot of Zerglings, Banelings are by far pretty much any kind of light infantry. And then Popo does have 2 Banelings here on the way. So he did get that speed boost there, and I'm sorry, Mr. Popo did, but due to his Axel's roaches and things like that, he can afford to get this metabolic boost, but he currently does not have it right now. Axel doing a good job to keep his overlords. He's spying. He's going to see if there's any expansions here, and this overlord is going to fall to Popo's queen. Glad to see you got that queen out there early, and Mr. Popo's army is a smaller army, of course, than Axel's, because Axel does have these 2 roaches there with his Zerglings. But really, right now, I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of pressure, especially with Mr. Popo's 2 spine crawlers there, kind of defending his supply line. So now Mr. Popo is definitely going for that lair, which I think that's what he needs to do. Spreading that creep. That's something that we've seen Axel not doing quite as much as I personally would like. Ton of Zerglings now, is that Axel does not spread the creep as much as he could. It definitely would benefit him. This queen does have, okay, he's going to go for a creep tumor. No, he's not. He's going to go for this slow queen out here to destroy this this overlord. And looks like Popo is trying to sack an overlord, but it may not get there in time. Axel keeping an eye out for expansions, and as well as trying to spread that creep. Alright, so Mr. Popo is going for that spire. It's about a third of the way done. And yeah, I think definitely... Oh no! Wow, 2 Banelings just took about half those Zerglings out. And he's got one more that could be... Ooh, this entire army of Zerglings just was taken out, and it didn't need to be. That's really hard to do as a Zerg player, trying to micro around those Banelings. In that situation, what you need to do is just attack take one Zergling, and send it to attack the 1 Baneling, because those Banelings do so much splash damage against these light infantry units that's really the only way that you're not going to lose a lot of units like we just saw. However, Axel does have these 3 Mutalisks on the way, and Popo, let's see, nope, that's another Overlord. Popo is supply blocked and he can't get in. Any Mutalisks right now, and I really think Popo could be in trouble right now, because he doesn't have an evolution chamber. Wow, that could be good game. He doesn't have an evolution chamber. He can't throw up a spore crawler. He can't do anything. Okay, he's getting a corruptor. I don't know if that's really gonna work. He's wow. Axel's getting reinforcements in, and I don't know. That could be. We're gonna see if these corruptors work. If they don't, Mr. Popo could make a couple more queens, because queens are really his easiest way to do what he needs to do right now, which is get rid of these Mutalisks. And I don't know, these corruptors, it's going to be close. But on the production tab, there are 2 more Mutalisks and 1 more corruptor. Income, though, it's sad for Mr. Popo. Gosh, this is just intense. You can see both players are scouting now on the map. They're going to see what's going on. See if anybody's going to try to sneak any expansions, but this corruptor is going down. I really don't know why Popo made these Zerglings. I guess, he figured, why not? I've got the money. But okay, well, this corruptor is going to take this Mutalisk. I guess Popo is going to just try to run down here, but he's going to meet these Zerglings in the middle of the field, and oh no, it's not looking good for Popo right now. He's got his another queen out, and that's what he needs to do. He could afford 1 more queen, because I think that's the cheapest way. He needs to move this queen in here to attack this Mutalisk. But right now, Axel's got Zerglings on the way, and just reinforcing, and the income is still just horrible for Mr. Popo. This queen falls again. And he's got these spine crawlers, which are going to be able to hold off these Zerglings. But at the same time, look, the units. Axel does have 5 Mutalisks, and right now against Popo's 1 Corruptor, I really don't see how he's going to hold this off for long. Oh no, could this be a GG? I'm starting to think it is. Axel, using this phrase, never give up, never surrender. But at the same time, Axel does feel very free to expand that he wants, if he wants to. So Mr. Popo is getting another queen, and I really think if he had maybe 2 queens, you see a lot of Zerg players get multiple queens even off just 1 base for defense. And I feel like if he had done that earlier, he would have been quite a better shape than he is in now. But right now, I really don't see really anything that Mr. Popo can do. Axel's done a very good job. If you look here at the minimap, he's got almost on all expansions, he's either got an expansion there or he's got an Overlord there. And Popo gives the GG. Alright, so very, very good game, intense game between Axel and Mr. Popo. So yeah, that's it for game 1 of series of best of 3. We're going to come back at you here very soon with game number 2. Thanks guys, album cover signing off for High Five Invitational.